What's good, guys? I thought I'd do a video today on how long does it take to lose muscle, how much time can you take off working out before you start to lose your progress, before you start to lose your gains. I thought it was a good example of this because when I had a hair transplant, I had 2 weeks off from working out, not going to the gym at all, did nothing for 2 weeks, and when I come back to working out, I was pleasantly surprised. Now, of course, a bit of a disclaimer, it is going to vary from person to person, but bear in mind with me, I haven't got very good genetics at all for building muscle gain and strength. So when I did take 2 weeks off, I was really worried, but when I come back to it, I was pleasantly surprised. So without further ado, I'm going to get onto that in today's video. Now, when I went back into the gym after those 2 weeks, you do feel like you overthink and feel like, oh, I'm going to have lost loads, I'm nowhere going to be near as strong, and it just wasn't the case. To be honest, guys, I kept 90, probably closer to 95% of my gains I kept. I'd lost maybe 2 or 3 reps on some exercises, that's it. I could still barbell row 100, squat and deadlift 100, bench 100, and move the 40 kilogram dumbbells for the chest pressing, shoulder pressing 60 kilograms. My strength, 95% still there, no problem at all. Yes, I looked a little more deflated because there wasn't as much water and glycogen in the muscle because I'd had 2 weeks of doing nothing, but my strength and muscle was still there. So if you are thinking about having a break 5 days a week, even 2 weeks, don't worry about it. Your strength will still be there when you get back. And bear in mind as well, this is someone like me who's got rubbish genetics. I can, struggle to build muscle, gaining strength. And even after those 2 weeks, I kept more or less all of it, to be honest. Like I was saying, 95% of my gains, I kept. Now, there are studies out there which show that if you do take longer than 2 weeks, I think this is where it kicks in. Proper studies that say you take 3 weeks, 4 weeks off, then you might start seeing some, decline where you're losing progress, you're losing strength. There's some studies people take months off. It's like if you're going to take months off, then inevitably you are going to lose your progress. But you'd say I'd be confident in saying that from my experience, 2 weeks you're more than good to go. Cardio too, you lost 95% it was still there. The only thing you will feel, like I was saying before, is that you don't feel as full because your muscles aren't full of water and glycogen because you've took that time off. But once you get back in the gym and get back working out, they'll fill right back up. Another thing I'd strongly advise is throughout your time off, whether it's a week, 10 days, 2 weeks, or even 5 days, just make sure your protein intake's really high. Make sure your diet's still on point. You don't want to be dropping protein. Keep your protein intake really high. And in my opinion, on the last workout, if you know you're going to have an extended break, do a big workout. I remember the day before my hair transplant, I pretty much did more or less a full body workout. I did 50, 60 sets where I knew my body was just fried and I knew it'd take a long time to recover. But I had the 2 weeks to recover, if that makes sense. So if you know a break's coming, just make sure you do a massive big workout so your body's going to take longer to recover because you're not going to be working out, so you can do more. I did like 50, 60 sets, and I'm not saying go, do a massive full body workout if needs be. Do something way over the top because your body's going to take a long time to recover, but you've got that recovery because you're going to have the break. Hope that video has been helpful, been useful anyway, and feel free to hit me down in the comment section below if you'd like to know any more.